Fuck off, game. Come on. Okay. Should be good now. Well, whatever. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with this shit, dude. I'm just fucking playing. Fuck this shit. I completed this quest line. Let's go ahead and start this next section. Yo, Xavier, welcome on. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Alright. We'll talk to Ryonji. Then affairs are in order, then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus I would petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me into the hamlet of Sullen, which lies to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. Okay. Oof. Oh, well, good. Thank God we can fly there. We can fly everywhere over here now, basically. There to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hitteth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface, thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine assistance. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flounder without maize glass. To fish, I shall board a boat to the island, spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. Well. Assuming he's talking about this place. I remember seeing it before, briefly. Inspect rock formation. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of giant stone eyelids. Okay. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting, or was it just your imagination? What's up, mate? The locals call this the Eye of Ken, which I presume is referred to knowledge. Either that or someone's being awfully zealous about marking its territory. Well, what hast thou discerned? It reminds me of a certain primal. Most perceptive, according to the lore of the Pixies, we are even now perched upon the back of an ancient fey entity. His name is Bismarck. The self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vano Vano of the source. I would enlist its aid to bear us unto the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere, unlike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets beneath the ruby sea. Within its compass we may move unencumbered and defend ourselves when the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. Now I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication. Sure, bro. Do your motherfucking thing. Do your motherfucking thing, boy. Oh, big sea creature, grant me your power.
Wir sach, bilang bismail.
Yo, we got kaiju now, bro. Hey Camellia, welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by the stream.
Fallen si lor wislan. Ada si alinal.
Van urs atslir. Olfod thim. Iri guath thi.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fey to know that didn't go well.
Come hither.
Oh, my snake yak! You've learned to call me at last!
Oh, that's right. You wanted me to like call you like perfectly last time.
And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Yeah, out of juice.
Yes, Bismail win picked. Van dromi drom yakum.
What the fuck?
Van red rithye.
Let their wish be the king's command. He's like, God damn it, fine.
Ahai una. Sahawin wilsk.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
Okay.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Lo falluruis, vanin narsitar, dir sidagnar.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lolly ho. Lolly ho. Alright, let's see. Just a second, yo. Let's go. We're all like, fuck. Yo, Kiwi and Emoji, welcome on. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. Hope you're having a good weekend. Having a good Sunday. Oh shit. Motherfucker flying. You're gonna be like, oh shit, just seeing a big old fucking.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Turn around, mate. Turn around.
What the? Do you see that?
They're just like, what the fuck?
What a monster! Where did it even come from? Whoa there! It's not stopping!
You best fucking. Yeah.
Run! Run!
Good shit. Good shit.
Lo vanana ana, tilden sidok, iri halbsi, funne, aktva sonjasne, agnai.
I guess he gave everyone the blessing to breathe on the water then.
Wow.
Or I guess he did make one of those air bubbles. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it though.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Oh boy. Well, shit. Cool. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We arrived in Tempest safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emisel, and I believe the imprisoned exarch as well. For Nassian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee into the rift, yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he will not soon risk his eyes when the exarch's very body serve as the key to the Crystal Tower, and its powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harbors our friend and enemy buff. We have but to find him. Yeah. Even that you leave the area, speak with Noel at Venom Yards and Collusia to return to the Tempest. That's where we should be looking. Whether doubt Emisel will be sitting around out in the open. Propose we follow the slope towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's be off then. Let's be off. Then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and I like to be slippery. So I guess motherfucker made the water get displaced then. Which is interesting. Guess we're about to see how many are missing from here. Fuck? Oh shit. I don't know they killed each other. I think Thanquid is the right idea, but I can't help but wondering what Emerson would be doing out here without the aid of Gills and Fans. I don't think he needs to worry about that shit. Ocean floor is a strange place to be, of course, with this ether. Just like none I've ever seen. This outcrop seemed natural enough. Southwest. And the Tempest. The Ondo Cups. Not out of the ordinary here, as far as I can tell. The gloom down here is so suffocating compared to that endless night sky we saw, but I suppose M himself had nowhere else to go. What about that large formation over there? Yeah, that looks like it's getting close to that town that I'm looking at on the map. Sir Buckwalter. Sahagin. He said gasp, but he fucking took off. That boy's like, oh shit, a fucking human down here, what the fuck? Run, boy, run. At least we can fucking attune to this shit right away. The finless ones, they followed me. Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Ah. Yeah, we're sorry about that. So this is where the Ondo make their home, I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We're not aware your people live here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we may conduct the most urgent search, and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Kill them! Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? Oh. The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? Seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. So what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we would call upon the Undo's local knowledge. So I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emisso's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? Cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... My first scheme for entering Yomor, I had planned to ingratiate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo. The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner of curious and custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach do you have in mind? What kind of approach did you have in mind? That chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to thread the swiftest course, then we need to locate its beginning. At this point, our all too dramatic arrival has thrown the settlement into confusion. Are we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them? They may yet prove amenable to reason. Small chores, but very well if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry that what will happen if the Ondo tales end up leading us to a dead end. Cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ashen than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. Let's do what we do best. Bro, don't tell me. Oh my god. You know what? Fuck them. We don't need them. Then it's settled. You stole up, proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. You won't believe who I just bumped into. This is Pasha's own, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Gilmore. I waited, you did not come. When the mistel came, but his visits did not continue. Truly sorry. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. With a dry return, a cavern to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them, too many. Believe I can be of assistance there. One of you, if you not found a task, you're most welcome to join me. Indeed, should appreciate the company. With a dry return, has a rather ominous ring to it. Well, let's go see. Besides, we can always teleport back, I guess. Looks like there's no combat music down here. never come back. What the heck? Just teleport back. As I suspected. You could crack their shells. You must be stronger than you look. So you reached your quota first again. I should never be your equal in such task. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. Thanks to both of you, you must have a reward. This was to be part of my apology to you, remember, besides which, the lack of overwaters are doing, for which we must also make amends. And I convince you to tell us something about your village instead. We're very much like to learn more about you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost, so they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters, and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course. From this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary, until such time as they returned. Thus, it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design. You will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. And we assume earlier this section was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Posh's own. We'll continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire to help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. Should return to the task at hand, only try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far awaits the game. Yeah. See, the first of the Shard quest. Hail, Finless One, and welcome to the Cups. Long have I wanted to converse with one of your kind. I'm called Narosh Cole. How may I address you? You may call me Ooga Booga. Before we speak at length, there's something I would show to you. Let us leave behind the Cups and head due west. Come. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to take me exactly where I need to. Yeah. It seems this guy is above me. Alright, this is where I needed to be. I hope. Yeah, okay, it is. Cool. What you want me to show me, dude? These are relics of your kind, yes? The leavings of a ship that sailed the seas before, above long ago. They lie as they fell, untouched by any Ondo, for most have little interest in the affairs of the finless. I, however, do, ever since I was saved by one of yours. They're being washed ashore, weary and near death. Such kindness is a rare and wonderful thing, and I would know more of the people who showed it to me. So I ask you to teach me your ways. These objects, for example, what purpose do they serve? How are they to be used? Just nearby the bring, treating you to inspect them closely and offer up a detailed explanation. Vessels your kind uses to traverse our waters, then without a wheel, it is at the mercy of the wind and the currents. I see. When the debris you spy would appear to be remnants of several shadowed bottles of wine. Such fragile containers they were, I suspect they once contained something of great value. Can you tell me of their purpose? They were used to store intoxicating spirits. Fragrant liquids which plow the mind. I've heard of these before. The Finlands once sow the light in dulling their wits. Thank you. In a short time together, you already taught me so much. I pity that none of these pearls of wisdom will serve my needs. No rush, what are you thinking? Wander off on your own with this finless one? This is no time for you to fiddle with their leavings. The clutch mother is in terrible distress. No, you don't understand. I brought her here too. Pray forgive this child his impudence, and Mr. Roche's own, and on behalf of the clutch mother, I come to entreat your assistance. What? Seems that you do not realize that in driving back the waters of the Tempest, you have placed our beloved clutch mother, leader of the unknown and mortal peril. She is pregnant. Here in the depths, she will give birth to many, many eggs. We male Ondo will take them into our care and raise them as our own. But absent the flowing waters, we do not know if she'll be able to deliver them safely. If not, the future of our people will be in jeopardy. The flood of light claimed many Ondo lives, though we have rebuilt our numbers somewhat in the decades since. In the decades since, it would be devastating to lose an entire generation, or worse, the clutch mother herself. She wishes to speak with you directly, that we might together find a solution to this dilemma. Will you return with me to the Cubs? Yeah, sure, I guess. Now, Roshkam, I will not let you trouble our guest or the clutch mother further. Beyond this gate resides Clutch Mother. Approach and hearken to her words. Wonder guest, I Clutch Mother of the Undead do bid you welcome to our realm. You will forgive me for receiving you in this fashion. For the safety and well-being of my children unborn, I must remain within, far away from the dangers without. As you know, under normal circumstances, this place would be filled with blessed water from which I would draw strength and support to bring these eggs into this world. Alas, I am but half submerged now, and I fear for my ability to fulfill my sacred duty. Given to understand you and yours are the ones responsible for drawing back the waters of our realm, with good reason I am sure. However, it is my sincere hope that you will agree to aid us, given that you are responsible for the state of affairs. Fear not, I desire no direct assistance, rather I would beg a boon of your people's knowledge of childbirth and how the finless ones ease the burdens of their struggling mothers. Zerosh will be my agent in this matter. Heed his words and answer his questions. That is all I ask. Do you consent? Sure, I guess. Thank you, owner guest. Go well. When it is agreed, however, then it is agreed. However, I must consult with our attendants before we speak further. For now, I bid you and Narosh go about your business, but be ready if called upon. I just need my shard, mate. Have you a moment to converse in private outside the cups, please? Is the quest still not done? It is a rare thing indeed to be granted an audience with the Clutch Mother. I hope this serves to help you understand how important these eggs are to us. Before you came to the cups, I had been searching for a means to assist her in giving birth. That is why I have been studying the relics of your people. Fortunately, I found nothing that seemed suitable for this purpose. I cannot stress to you enough how important she is to us. She is a mother to all Undo. For every egg, brother and sister, we would do anything and everything to welcome them into this world and see them grow into healthy, happy Undo. There must be some way in which you can help us to achieve this end. That is very cool and awesome. But I got my shard, so later. Have you learned out of note? Just a little bit thing. Fascinating, precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Okay. So that'll be good. Oh, we gotta go back over there. Okay. There are two tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay. Inspect the structures of the undercups for distinctive features. Tall cylinder tower feature. The tall cylinder towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. Interesting. Okay. I guess that's that then. I'm assuming these guys are the... Okay, let's butt out. Mithril knife. Oh. Okay, we're using the scrapings, yeah. Set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. What have you discovered? I discovered that the buildings here look pretty damn cool, but I can't take off any fucking stone off of them. Given that the windows are most distinctive, it would seem the structures appear the same to both your side and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade? Everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings ahead you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Northrend, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. So this is from like ages ago. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who were these ancients that Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies in the reason Emich withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Mixelt is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ashen agenda. Or mayhap it is a place more dear to him than any other. You saying this place? Are you saying this was built by ancient Asians? An Asayan. That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the suggestion of umbral calamities, but here in the first they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural and the Katana Revel. Amwit presented it to me during my visit to Finale after a victory in Kalusia. Here in the first scene, by Emixel's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and a disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but you don't see the similarities between its towers and those you just inspected. We're close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I've seen, Not more than sand, and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. You may view the Katana River mural any time during this quest by using the relevant. Okay. The quest destination will not be displayed on the map. You must search for a structure which resembles the buildings in the mural, then inspect it from the survey point. The survey point will be found nearby in a location which allows a full view of the structure. Well, they said northwest, so... I'm assuming this is going to take us exactly where we need to go. Seems like it's somewhere up here. Ah, this. Yeah, that looks very much like it. I guess I was right. Yo, Patara, welcome on in. Thanks for the likes. Okay. So this is it right here. This is the mural writ large. I cannot guess at its purpose. It must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. The entire civilization and its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Ashians. Yet it did exist. They lived here in this city. But let us focus on what we learned thus far. The unknown chieftain spoke of mystery stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus we can surmise that what the Undo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Ren put it, than Emish Souls himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. If we're to find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Undo's trust remains their swiftest path forward. I only hope these are enough to win them over. Yeah. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest for us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you're not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Posh's own again, and ask if there's aught else he is willing to divulge. Tell him to teleport back. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the walls of the Forgotten? Are they the ruins of the northwest? That is the sacred site of which I speak. Could it be that your footsteps were guided there by the ancients? I believe that it may be so. Listen then, I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, chosen as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold. Oh shit. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Well, well, well. Looks like it indeed 'twas fate. Or something like that. Do 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 do. Oogly boo boo. Well, don't mind me. Or the next one is gonna be like way the fuck on the side of the map. I was wondering how the fuck this guy was down here. Looks like he... Huh. Well, I guess he doesn't need to fucking push out any water with the water gone, so... Well, well, well. Grenold. Oh, that's just great, that is. Me, your mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenold, someone's come to visit me. Come to visit you at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or might be as you're a ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade, feast yourself on me, running soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman what can't craft his more partners than a sea slug with a dome and hammer. And that's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Used to be suffering from a crushing bout of self-doubt. Maybe you can help psych him up. Psych the fuck up, bitch. Let's fucking do it. You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you, spirit? Not what do you expect of a servant of the netherworld. Or the servant of the netherworld. I am a person. Have we met before? We might be as we crossed paths back in the Crystalline, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name is Grenold, and this here's meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. Yeah, here you stand. What's so damn important that you dive all the way down to the bed of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Ah, the Ondo's lamp. God's curse me, empty head. I'm not so much as made a start. I see. Worthless than a sea slug, nay, the slime left by the sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, me workbench is untouched, and call myself a bleeding artisan. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins, being an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion, but I just can't bloody well. Mine's a bleeding blank. It's like I've pissed away my last drop of inspiration. Tell me you got something to show me, something that'll give me a muse to ride a good kick up the arse. How about I show you the Miro? The only want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in the crystal, but just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? Your thoughts turn to Renda Ray and the crystal you discovered at the end of your journey. Maybe Grendel could have found an inspiration in that. Well, it's a good thing I did the quest. Left the unknown down I, but more than that, I let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. Show Grendel the crystal which once belonged to one of Albert's companions. What's that you got there? Such striking beauty, it shines within heartache and laughter and transience of life like the turmoil of history made manifest. Can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. You never capture such a gleam, not if you labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Wormy tools, goddamn you. I must set to work before the feeling fades. Let's do it! I can feel it, a vision's forming in my mind. Step aside last, let me itching hands get to work. Banana, let's go. This man is working. Oh shit. He said we done. Taking the wonders that Crystal showed me and channel them into new shape that befits on the spiritual character. Well shit, how the fuck did you want? Okay. Not a bad job if I do so say myself. To think I was this close to hanging up my hammer after studying the craft of the ancients. Ran across the length of a breath of Novran and gobbled up every skeptic craft and wisdom I could find, but no matter which technique I tried, miracle was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put the damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages, that's what drew me here in the first place. I built my workshop, got the forges burning, then lost my bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal yours, I might have never gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it just speak directly to your heart. I can still feel him coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away, it's building up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance, and I reckon I can weave the crystal saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten on this commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tosh off for me, I stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. When access to Grendel's Forge, equipment rewards will become available for collection based on the royal quest you have completed. Oh. I just got free gear. I guess it was worth doing that. Damn, I look fucking beast. I look fucking beast you're looking, mate. Well, damn, I got a fucking whole new set of Tarot Slaver, fucking whatever the fuck. Well, goddamn, brother. Anyways, let's take this lamp back to town. Back to town. What's up, bitch? I got your shit here. I got your lad right here, officer. Here's your big old motherfucking lamb. What is it that you have there? That's your big old motherfucking lamb. The sacred lamp. Then the Finless One has kept his promise. When people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups, when you come to me bearing the light we have almost surrendered hope of ever seeing, we can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions. We shall speak again once our prayers have been offered. Well, hey, at least it auto-teleports me.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Damn right. Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal?
Well, you see...
It was Render raised then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you to the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
Oh, hey, yo.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
Oh.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes. Impossibly so.
Interesting.
We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
And that's when we showed up.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Very good. This is perfect. And then they leave. Anyways, you go that way, I go home.
Shall we?
Speak with the Ondo guide. Chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Those bastards took off without me. Gather yes, and I shall describe the past you mistake. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, you'll find a passage to the northwest and continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just beyond the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and the barrier we placed at its north. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. Most succinct explanation, we thank you for your guidance. Right, let's go. Thanks, mate. Rocks and coral bunch up at the cavern wall like a staircase of sorts, but be careful, you wouldn't want to slip up from here. I mean, true. But that's why we're following. We're following. Which of these bursts of water could carry you to the top again? Not that I'm eager to try it. Guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet it would seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. Does this look like it goes down forever? So Stola has 4th ahead. 4's ahead. Shall we continue our own advance? Yep, let's go. She's right here. The rocks drop off sharply here, but I should think this grow thick enough to serve as a bridge. You had a choice of 2 routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks or skip along the Score branch as Alizea has done. I for one shall be following my sister's example. I am... I mean, yeah. You just gotta be careful. Because it's a long way down. To it. LSA has already gone on ahead. Should we catch up to her? It looks like this shit is somewhere west. Or somewhere near the edge. There you are, come on, I think I found the tunnel we were looking for. So it is. So it is. As with this barrier Ondo spoke of. It's rather more arduous than expected. Feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. It was a treacherous path indeed, and I believe one of us needs but to raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. San, I'd like you to do the honors. Sure. Yo, Xavier, welcome on back. Interesting. Gone just like that, I suppose we should head in. Let's go. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Oh yeah. Let's go. Actually, the music down here isn't that bad, so.
Yeah.
Fuck off. It's a very long drop. Please no heroic jumps over the edge. I don't think my heart could take it. I mean, the game's not letting me jump off, so... Otherwise I would. Rianja. Where that foot falls my friend. You. Both of you motherfuckers. Where thy foot falls, my friend, our world taketh us over ever onwards unto even deeper darkness, ever deeper darkness. Well, let's go. Denbania. Albania. Looks like there's no one else in here. Okay.
By the gods.
Alright, let's see. Holy shit. They were right, what the fuck? Holy shit. Motherfucker had modern ass cities.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Holy shit. And did you note the style of the architecture? It is the same used for the remnants of the cups and the murals painted towers. Look closely, Mxhold has not simply reclaimed these ruins, he has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering, though it pains me to admit we did not fully understand the feats of which an old world Ascian is capable. Yeah. Holy shit. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower at the southeast? Might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. This is gonna be a badass fucking raid or some shit. It has to be. Oh, hey, look. That's the one. So I guess that's the last one. Yeah, so the rest are all quests. The Macarensis angle. Oh, there's gonna be a fucking teleport at the fucking city, huh? That's gonna be crazy because I'm like, obviously there wouldn't be other people there, so. What is it gonna be, like robots or something? Because there's no wildlife here whatsoever. Or monsters and shit. It's crazy. The end of a world. Yeah, that's an appropriate name for it. Imposing doors. Let me go. Let me step back, cause this whole place is fucking massive. God damn, brother. Like, what is this, a town for fucking giants? Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Roxanne Dari recognized. Welcome to the city of Almarat. What the fuck? Will you be riding? Will you be riding the lift? Oh, that's right. Does the building just welcome you? It's not so passing strange. The emissary will not invite Roxanne to visit his abode. Huh. This plain thy coming was expected. Where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Acura Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. There you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yards of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we, I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. Yep. Let's go. I wish to ride the lift. As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. It's a fucking elevator shaft. Next up, ground floor facilities include the Bureau of Administration, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. Huh. That's fucking crazy, dude. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? What did that voice call the city? Amarat? Look over there. What the fuck? Is that a person? I know, my mistake. That's a giant. It doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, residents of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Careful, mate. Pray excuse my boldness, but I might ask you a few questions. With adorable costumes, are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. Ah, that sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. Speaking to our minds? And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Pillarite district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Can you tell us who rules this city? What a curious question. May be referred to our supervising body, the Convocation of 14. So Mixelt isn't the leader here. Mixelt is a member of the Convocation. Were you hoping to witness his deeds firsthand? Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. I see, so this thing is basically talking to them as if it was still back in time. Back when the original calamity was still going on. It has to be. You should hurry home now before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? No, thank you. We will be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. Huh. I guess we must have talked to a fucking ghost or some shit. What was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect MXL wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words will befit the oblivion described to us by our ashen foe. A catastrophe on unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiac and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless for these people, the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarat and his residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. I fucking knew it. Mixelt has resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we are able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage, split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this Convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then, let's meet back here when our jars start aching. You got it. You got it, mate. But shit. I did not think we would be here. Like, I knew that we were gonna eventually be in like one of the places from the Ashes or some shit like that with the previous stuff we learned. I didn't think it was gonna be this fucking close. It's even another language too on the map. Liberté, the Hall of Rhetoric. I don't think they look like that, but you know. It's fucking weird, dude. But yeah, I can see now why everything in this town is just fucking big, because all these fuckers were fucking giants, so I'm guessing the actual size we saw these guys as boss fights were actually real, because they're fucking big. But hey, at least it's nice enough to have an area where we can just explore without worrying about combat and shit. Well, then again, it is a city, so you're usually not gonna find anything crazy in a city. But these guys said that it was always like a fucking deep-ass dark trench, so he must have literally just fucking manifested this shit recently. You know? Bureau attendant. This is the Bureau of the Architect, little one. If you require assistance, I should be glad to assist you. But are you certain this is where you should be? They keep thinking we're children. That's funny. Which, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Look at the fucking height difference. I need to send this to my friend real quick, cause goddamn. Passionate Maritime. This is your first time here? Take a number if you haven't already, then settle in for a good long wait. Concept clerk. Welcome to the Bureau of the Architect, little one. I should be glad to assist you in locating the concept you seek after I finish assisting those ahead of you in the queue. The concept I seek. An audience with MXL. Afraid you have the wrong office, little one, and besides, he will be far too busy in the field of questions of curious children. He will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you've been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions, one of which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing and magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. 'Tis a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. And they fade away. What the fuck? I like the little background ticking. Anxious Emeraldine. Good gracious child, where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon affects our star. They're calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain and incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. It's only a matter of time until Amarat 2 resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Well, damn, man. One left. Yo, Fearless, welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Consider the implications of the latest chemical anime. You must admit, trust in the scholars, they will find a solution. How's FF going? It's going more crazy, dude. Like, I think the last time you were here, I had just finished up a good bit section of the story, and now I'm in the next area that it opened up, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to go down there to MXL, because he's over there," and he was basically telling my characters like, "Hey, like when you're tired of everything and all that, come here to me and just, you know, live out your last days at least in some manner of peace or whatever the fuck until you turn into a monster." And so that's where I'm at right now, but with the rest of my group. And we're exploring because this guy basically ended up remaking one of his old ancient towns that he remembers from his civilization. He fucking remade it here or some shit like that, and it's fucking insane. Loquacious Hamarotine. Could never be too young to take an interest in the rhetorical arts. Welcome, little one, welcome. Debate facilitator. How may I help you, little one? Do you wish to peruse the transcripts of the great debates, or would you like to reserve a room for a discussion? We are here to serve your needs. Yeah, I'm just talking to all of them just to get as much info as I can, even if it's stuff that doesn't relate to the story. It would seem the hall is a host of most precocious visitor this day, and what, pray tell, shall be the subject of discussion, little young one? It makes so. Of the convocation and their handling of the coming peril, it is only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As you know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus, each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logrif, Mitron, and Mixog, their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect, in a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, it would be an unprecedented development and testament to their immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I, for one, am confident they shall deliver our star into salvation. Well, we gotta meet up with the rest of them back where we were at earlier. Because basically we talked to one of these people, and they're basically like just ghosts. Brought back in the sense of like a memory of like this is them back in the day, and like their reasoning and their thoughts are still from back in the day. They don't even know they're dead or whatnot. And we talked to one of them, and like they're fucking like giants compared to us and shit. So like they think we're like children or whatever. Roxanne, if I was not certain before than I am now, the people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled MXL to recreate this ancient Amra. And yet I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have his story known. Yeah. Oh, Shard. We can compare notes when the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. Though I'm probably gonna have to leave soon, but we'll see. It would seem our conversations were much alike: a looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. And Iranji, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient arts of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. This not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Ascians, wherein ritual ceremony bequeathed life into figments of myth and legend. I see, we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies, and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became in effect a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears for the study, but despite all these revelations, we're now closer to finding MXO. Has anyone learned aught of which might lead us to his location? Not directly mayhap, but from what we heard, it seems the convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of Administration, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was when we gave up. I wonder though, Could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice on the left seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital for a search for a less official point of entry just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I'd like to speak with one more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Roxanne's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Alright. Then Ishtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There's surely more intelligence to be had, so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. Alright. Oh. Don't tell me the ghosts are gonna give me side quests. That's gonna be hilarious, dude. Oh, that's fucking funny. Patronizing a Mord. A lightning crystal cluster. Large crystalline manifestation of etheric lightning energy. Huh. The patronizing is struggling to conceal their disapproval of your attire. And how should I dress, bro? Must say, little one, those garments you're wearing, they're your own original concepts, I take it. Clearly they must be, given their rather singular flamboyance. I would never dream of stifling a fledgling creator's creativity, but to parade about in your cultivated individuality is hardly praiseworthy. An Amaranthine of character shares the creations with their community. They do not hoard them for their use alone. To delight in disparity is a mark of the morally deficient. Disparity engenders feelings of want and resentment, which degrade the bonds of fellowship. Thus do we encourage creators to share and share alike, else we risk kindling the embers of covetousness and violence that ever smolder in the hearts of all. Therefore I must implore you, little one, to cast aside your original trappings and don the communal robes, that you might acquit yourself as an equal among many. Doing so, you will be afforded greater respect and autonomy. Worry not, for this will be a simple affair. I recall seeing a gentle soul outside the Hall of Rhetoric carrying robes was perfectly suited for one of your diminutive stature. I am sure they will be glad to share their wealth with you. But do hurry, little one. The eyes of the collective are ever watching and weighing your worth. Okay. I guess I'm gonna get a free outfit that matches theirs. This ought to be funny. Yo, welcome on into the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you're having a good weekend, having a good Monday. Wherever you're at. What should be Monday now for most of us. Alright, so they said that this one has an outfit for us. And we were looking rather smart this day. What can I do for you, little one? I need an outfit for my size, please. What's the stir in lieu of your ensemble? How prudent. Alas, I have nothing I can offer you at this present time. The ones your associates saw me carrying earlier were a failed experiment. I never intended to make them so small, so I disposed of them shortly thereafter. A failed experiment. By your bemused expression, I gather you find that all that your elders can fail in so simple an application of creation magics. It is more common than you realize, little one. In this instance, a gaggle of children was passing by as I held the image of the rose in my mind's eye. Simply by becoming aware of their presence was the form influenced and the final product changed. All things considered, it could have been worse. Just the other day I was attempting to conceive a white-haired lion when all of a sudden this exquisite eagle alighted on the nearby railing, giving me quite the shock and dramatically altering my initial concept. Huh. Don't tell me that's how the Sin Eaters are made. Yes, indeed, it was the most unexpected development, but not an altogether unwelcome one. Great strides are often born from unexpected impetuses. But even inspiration has its limits. For all the wonders we have wrought, I do wonder if there will come a time when we fully explore the potential of our powers, when there is truly nothing left unmade and only iteration and imitation and stagnation remain. But such esoteric matters need not concern you, little one. For now, I would encourage you to embrace your creativity and work your magics without fear or failure. Nevertheless, it would still be in your best interest to don the appropriate robes to avoid excess scrutiny. Why don't you go to the bureau of the architect and request the appropriate concept so you can fashion one yourself? Huh. What up? Interesting place. I have so many questions. Anyways, we're talking back to this one again. For the shard. Greetings, little one, come to the bait, and so young in age. How wonderful. Shall we retire to the benches and settle on the topic? No. Apologies for jumping to conclusions. My friends are not quite as fond of the Hall of the Rhetoric as I am, so I have a habit of chatting up any potential conversation partners. So if you're not here to debate, I presume you're here to learn about the mysterious and esoteric goings on here. So it'd be my pleasure to act as your tutor in these matters if you'll indulge me. The Hall of Rhetoric is, as its name indicates, a place where citizens may freely gather to discuss and debate all manner of topics. This central forum is ideal for open discourse, but smaller rooms are available for those desiring more intimate conversation. Oh, and there's a wealth of reading material concerning rhetorical techniques and history penned by the greatest minds on offer as well, should you wish to refine your techniques through self-study. To my mind, however, rhetoric is a living, breathing thing that is best experienced in the moment of conception and execution. Perhaps a demonstration would best serve to further your education. I saw a contemporary of mine engage in a lively debate earlier just outside the hall. Go and see if they are still there, and issue to them my personal invitation to a friendly battle of wits. Okay. Let's go. I don't know what's going on, brother, but alright, I'll help you out. Firebrand. But that is precisely my point, that their obsession with the so-called mandate to approve only the most beneficial concepts for wider distribution, never mind the ridiculous subjectivity of their criteria, has led the Bureau of Architect astray from its original purpose. What's up, dude? Huh? What have you business with me, child? Regardless, I'm in the middle of a heated discussion with my partner. Come back later. No, my position has nothing to do with the intrinsic value of unique identity and whether or not it is retained. Rather, I posit that the reproductions of a given concept are inherently imperfect, and thus they are themselves unique, albeit in minor but significant degrees. And most importantly, this variance is not to be condemned but celebrated. Better than that to strive in vain for an impossible standard that, even if met, would leave us lesser for lack of diversity. Appear to be engrossed in their debate, utterly deaf to you and your pleas for attention. I guess I gotta talk to him again. Aren't you a stubborn little bugger? It's strangely endearing, I must admit, but we have all the time in the world. Why are you so insistent that I speak with you at this very instant? Ah, you're acquainted with that chatterbox? I suppose I do owe them a debate or two, and as good as an occasion as any, so be it. Come hither, friend. Let us go debate. That dude was talking mad concepts, bro. I see you found my friend. Thank you, little one. Then without further ado, let us commence the promised debate. This battle of the H's begins now. Oh, it's a fucking cutscene. As to the matter of what subject we shall debate today, I propose the recent calamity which has befallen our friends across the pond. What say you? The singular point of contention is, of course, whether or not Amuro should intervene on their behalf. I believe we should. The scale of the disaster which threatens that distant metropolis is of the scale heretofore unseen, and so equally considerable resources must be committed to counteracting its effects. I disagree. The scale concerns me less than the nature of the proposition itself. Who are we to unilaterally intervene in the affairs of those half a world away? Are we to be the saviors of one and all? Such arrogance may well lead to our own downfall. While I understand your concerns from a philosophical standpoint, I fear you are too quick to dismiss practical considerations out of a desire to maintain an unassailable moral authority. But let us you and I hold here for the present and offer the floor to our young student. You have heard our opening salvos in this debate concerning the fate of our neighbors across the sea. What is your opinion on the matter? We cannot save everyone. Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. Indeed, the same can be said regardless of one's opinion on the morality of intervention. There is a clear and undeniable benefit to Amuro in using this situation as a test bed for our newest creations, that we might develop and refine our defenses against the potential threat to our own fair city. Yo, Fearless, thanks for the likes, thanks for stopping by. How readily you see the moral high ground. Was not our young friend's point that we have an ethical obligation to aid those in need? Yet only do you instead elect to focus on the benefit to Amuro alone, but you also deprive our distant neighbors of the agency to determine their own fate. That's a good point. You misunderstand me. What benefits Amuro benefits all creation. I firmly believe for the knowledge and wisdom we stand to gain from intervention can then be shared with others, empowering everyone to more effectively surmount similar trials in the future. And then they went on, and they went on, and they went on, and they went on. I guess I'm gonna get my shard anyway, so fuck it. This is kind of funny, actually. The background music from this area is just really calming. Lets you focus really good. Say it's been far too long since I engaged in such a refreshing exchange of ideas. My colleague was equally delighted by the opportunity, you may be assured. Some of the cry is little more than academic exercise. After all, we failed to reach a meaningful consensus, but I dare say they missed the forest for the trees. Are we not more enlightened by the experience? Have we not been exposed to a greater variety of viewpoints? Is there not value in this alone? I truly believe we are blessed to be a part of a society that exalts the free exchange of ideas, that encourages active participation in the public discourse. This may have been no more than your first foray into the exciting world of rhetoric, but I sense you have the soul of a debater in you. You may as well have the potential to change Amuro in ways no one ever thought possible. I shall be watching your trajectory with great interest, my young friend. Well, thanks, ancient ghost guy. Polyliterate. But I'm only doing these so I can get my shards. But I mean, unlike the other ones, these are actually pretty funny to do though. Not gonna lie. And I'm about to get another shard by completing this, so I have one I'm gonna complete here, And another one. Which means it's 2. Yeah, I'm basically gonna complete all 3 here. Let's talk to Bureau Attendant. Seems to be regarding you like a lost young child. Yeah, I mean, I'm small as fuck compared to them. To your left is the counter where you may submit registrations for new creations. To your right, you will find the counter where you may requisition concepts on file. Am I correct in assuming you're not familiar with the services we provide? I see. A more detailed explanation is in order then. You understand that by harnessing the powers of creation, we can give physical form to all manner of concepts, yes? Picture a bouquet of fresh, fragrant flowers, all the colors of a rainbow. Now picture those self-same flowers formed of a delicate crystal and possibly fragile and radiant hues beyond the visual spectrum. Every day our people push the boundaries of imagination to conceive new and striking designs like these. But there are limits to what a single individual can shape with their abilities alone. Those who harbor greater ambitions may offer their concepts to others here, that they might, with the strength of many, accomplish what one cannot. Not all concepts are approved for wider distribution, of course. Dangerous, subversive creations pose a risk to everyone, and so it is only after comprehensive evaluation, after a concept is judged to further the greater good, that we permit it to be shared with the community. You understand? Since you're here, I think you might benefit from conversing with some of the others currently availing themselves of our services. Why don't you go and speak with some of the citizens waiting for their registrations to be processed? Much as I would like to believe my explanation was more than sufficient, I expect that you may gain greater insight in this way. Cool. Very nice way of being like, hey, you know, here's some exposition and lore shit, I guess. Concept learned. You already request a concept for Presso to use. So, what sort of concept did you have in mind? Camino robes. That will take but a moment to prepare, but before I fill your request, I should caution you. Pardon me for asking, but your creative potential is, relatively low, is it not? We are trained to assess these things, and I fear that you do not possess the ability to express this concept in physical form. It's almost as though you completely lack it, though that can't possibly be. But regardless of the reason you need it more, we have special tools that may be used to address this very eventuality. I will furnish you with an etheric robe that you can use to restrain one of the misbegotten cubuses that congregate in the plaza north of the Academia Uniter. You will need to weaken your core before you can reliably bind them. Once you have, you can repurpose their energies to create your own robes. Huh. Monster hunting. Fuck it. Wait, mate. Hello, little one. So rare it is to see one of your size roaming around out here. Come to learn about the Baru Ari. I'm here today to register a new creature, boneless and with semi-translucent skin. It drifts through the air like a dancer on a summer breeze. The tentacles trailing behind. It utilizes gas bladders to propel itself from place to place, you see. I'll admit it's not the most elegant of designs, but I'd not shed a tear if it were rejected, quite frankly, but what can I say? I take pleasure in conceiving unorthodox designs. A beginner like you shouldn't take after me, though. If you're looking to pick up a few tips, you should probably ask someone else. Is that my number they just called, if you'll excuse me? Interesting. Are you the child I saw speaking with the attendant earlier? I thought so. So young and already so eager to learn about the concepts and creations. That curiosity will serve you well, little one. I've been credited with a few popular concepts. I'm proud to say I'm hoping that my latest will be equally well received. Autonomous figures. I say my latest, but really it's the product of many others' efforts and individual insights, but such is the case for every masterwork I work in. Autonomy notwithstanding, these creations know no fear. They're wholly devoid of emotion and will without hesitation or resistance engage in any dangerous activity even if death is assured. There's beauty in that, I think, but I hope the officials do so as well. I tell you, there's nothing more nerve-wracking and thrilling than the waiting period before you receive the result. I love it and hate it in equal measure. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about it. If you're still keen to learn more, why not pester that warrior word over yonder? Come to think of it, I think their particular creation was designed to appeal to children. Oi, mate. You there, an aspiring creator come to learn about the Peru and its inner workings, I trust. That's all well and good. But since you're here, perhaps you can help me with a little something. I've been refining a concept of mine for some time now, adorable little creatures designed to be the perfect plaything for any young citizen, but I'm still terribly unsure if it's ready to be submitted for approval. Which is why I was hoping you might first put it through its paces and tell me what you think. Your honest opinion, I'll have no flattery from you, young lady. This matrix will allow you to summon my creations, but don't use it here. Take it outside first, and don't be afraid to play rough. It's all part of the fun. Sure. Fuck it, I guess. Now this quest just got more interesting. It was gonna be a simple talking to or whatever, but I guess not. Looks like this dude wants me to fight it or something back here. Let's see what its creation actually is. It might actually give you some insight on who the fuck made these things. Mischievous plaything? Oh, this motherfucker made slime? That was refreshing. Anyways, I'm gonna go do the other one too. I'm gonna switch the music off for a bit. But hey, once these two are done, and the last one, will be all good. But I'm probably gonna have to leave in about like 10 minutes or so, though. Just letting you guys know. There is monsters here. There's these weird things. Cubis, what the fuck is this? Fuck it. I caught it, so let's go. Now I'm wondering because MXO said something where he was like, yeah, like once this fragment of the first, once this reflection of the first joins the source, then we'll be 8 times as united or whatever, put back whole, and then we'll be able to stand among them as a peer to the Ashen. So he was basically saying that as like if we were one of them, which I'm like, if we are, that's fucking crazy, I guess. Here you go. Did you find my lovelies? Were they as life unengaging as I hoped? Tell me everything, spare no details. They kinda try to kill me, dog. You say they spot a nonsensical phrase and attacked you like mad beasts? How distressing and not all like what I intended. My sincerest apologies to you, little one, for the unpleasant experience. Still, from this experience, that we grow stronger and wiser. I look forward to the day when you will try your hand at creation too. Oh shit, thanks for the shard, mate. Hope you rest in peace. Or however that works. Did you succeed in binding a cubus? Oh yes, right here. You have done well, little one. Allow me to siphon its energies and prepare the matrix for you. Should only take a moment. Here you are, a creation matrix that you may use to generate your own robes. The concept is described upon the crystal, which has been infused with the ether of the beast you brought me. What? Why are you looking at me as though you do not know how to channel the powers of creation? It is as natural as breathing. Even a newborn babe has the instinct. Even if your potential is lacking, as one of our people, you must surely know what to do. Crystal. Where the fuck is it at? Oh well, I don't really see it here. Attempt to enter the Capitol building. Bureau of the Administrator. Bureau Provisioner. Bureau Reconditioner. We'll talk to Provisioner first. Okay, so they're actual like NPC dudes. Okay, never mind. Visitor's writ. Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Please wait near the counter where I confirm your details. Okay. At least hopefully I can do this quickly for a bit before application is ready for collection. As your residencies was approved by MXL himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of the Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you with a visitor's writ for the capital. Huh. Well, we need to get there with a little bit more speed, so... time. Something wrong? Or you perhaps lost any way to help you locate your guardian? What kind of place is this? Do you hail from another city originally? Even so, surely you must know you stand at Amara, the intellectual Ethiopia that flourishes at the heart of our world. From the capital where preeminent minds gather to carry out the duties of governance to the academia and either where devotees of knowledge strive to solve the greatest unsolved mysteries of our era to the smaller but no less valuable institutions, Amaro has all that you will ever need and so very much more. Oh, thanks. Motherfucking Cubus. Wait, mate, are you a motherfucking Cubus? I didn't even know there was a Cubus there. What even is a Cubus? Looks like some weird, like, symbiote thing. This part of the quest done, I'll gain my shard. I was hoping this was gonna be a fucking dungeon, but honestly, being able to explore it without being in a dungeon is really fucking nice too. Next, please. I have this. Visiting the cavalry, please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. Okay. Looks like they're waiting too. That's funny. Uh-oh. Oh, one of them is helping me. Oh, okay, I thought they were helping me, but they just won't let us sit here. So you guys do have some fucking... You, I think you are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emmett's Helk? There's no cause for alarm. I'm simply a shade, here and not here. I only know that my name is Hyphlodeus and that this city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if MXL's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstitution. A straight thought would have been enough if Lodeus would realize the truth. For example, we were close friends once, you see. Huh. Yet in spite of my perception, I play the same role as the rest. A bit part meant to bring color and noise to the well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. If you come this far, then you know the catastrophe which awaits us on our On our morrow, the following day, the final days will begin as isolated incidents soon swell into a world-spanning threat. The convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. The creation of such a seal required an immense source of power. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. And from their sacrifice, the Zodiac was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet oh, how the star had suffered, so many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind had ceased to blow. Once more did our people give themselves to the Zodiac, another half of our rare sacrifice to cleanse the world, to ensure that trees and grasses and myriad tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then when the time was right, we would offer some portions of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore us to those brethren. He will restore to us those brethren whose soul has fed his strength, and together we will resume our role as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac. This new world should belong to the lives newly born. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of their opposing belief, and for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you then how this conflict ended? I thought you might. MXL has ever been a champion of the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will not have abandoned his course. He will pay the price for a return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, MXL is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. Tis truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Seems your turn has come. Pray do not let me keep you. There was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Is he laughing? Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tell this tale. Huh. distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. This is such a kind of fate I might expect from one such as she. Surely MSL has recognized the hints of her in you. Huh. What the fuck? For you will, my new old friend, may you find what it is you seek. And he was gone. Yo, welcome on in, y'all. Man, this shit just left me with more questions than answers. Your visit is read as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. Yeah, an egg. Cool. Get egged. Okay. Someone just gave me an egg. You will give me an egg. Is this dude waiting on here? Okay, now it's the rest of us. Finally, you're gone for so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fitting your bureaucratic ventures. I got the Brit right here, brother. See, my instincts were correct, and a good thing too. Ranji and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the most attractive option. The capital boasted not a single armed sentry, so it seemed that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appeared heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive with strength mundane and magical, we feared to budge them even a fraction of one elm. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that MXL's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Ryan and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarots today. They will happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you was not worthy of interest said during efforts to obtain a writ? We spoke to MXL's friend. Great sacrifice in life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. You say that all the Ashen scheming has been leading to this? All this time, but if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Thought we knew their intentions in full, restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yeah, that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put into words, but to assume that following the final rejoining, the Ashes mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. Does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Ashes will be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. course not, and that is not to say what MXO plans for the Exarch's power. Do we truly stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, and when we do, make your mark, change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after, by everyone you have ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Is fighting MXO the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. If you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. Oh, it's waiting. And my last shard. I think I'm gonna end it here though before anything else does happen. So we will continue this tomorrow though for sure, y'all, because this is getting very, very interesting. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you guys have a good night. Have a good Monday. And until tomorrow or later today, peace out, y'all.